Hello, I'm Dr. Roderick Little, Director of Bands here at Jackson State University. So the atmosphere of the vet is literally second to none. By being a part of the Jackson State University fabric and families as a student and now as a director, I've had the opportunity to experience it from many different levels. And it's something that you just cannot recreate. I don't care if you're a part of HBCU or the PWI. And so when you mix the Sonic Boom of the South and the football team and all of the synergy that we create amongst each other and between each other, you're not going to get that in any atmosphere or any stadium. We have an outstanding team with Coach T.C. Taylor under the leadership of A.D. Ashley Robinson. We are all coin to make sure that we elevate the profile of this illustrious institution that we all love, which is Jackson State University. And so when you mix the energy of the Sonic Boom of the South and when you mix that grit and that swagger of the Jackson State University football team, that's going to cause an ingredient that you cannot recreate anywhere else. And then I didn't even mention, when you sprinkle the atmosphere of the vet with 60,000 fans of our alumni, all of our friends and constituents of Jackson State University, all of those elements coming together, that's just something that, again, cannot be recreated. And we want to make sure that everybody that's connected to Jackson State University, they go out and they support our student athletes and also make sure that we support our student musicians as well. So we're coming to a stadium near you, the best stadium in FCS. It's the Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South and the Jackson State University football team. You can purchase your tickets at gojsutigers.com/tickets. Don't miss out. We want to see you there. Go Tigers and love the Boom.
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million, September to August. Let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, man. Happy Monday. What's up, TD?
What's up, money? What's going on? What's good? What's good? Good evening, Tiger Nation.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, look, before I even get started, man, I feel terrible about something. I gotta get it off my chest, TD.
Yeah.
Let me see this right here, man. All right, there's a sweet young lady that I met for homecoming. I met her on the yard for homecoming.
Uh-huh.
And she gave me this TD to put on the wall. She watched the show. And she wrote all the information down on a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
I think you know where I'm going with this. Put it up on the wall tonight. I could not find the paper. I'm like, no, goodness.
Man, that tiger is prowling too, man. That thing is nice.
Listen. Sweetheart, please forgive me for my recklessness. You know, I travel a good little bit. I had it covered, man, and I it was in the paper. It was inside the plastic, and I just did not have the time tonight. I got in extremely late last night. Oh boy. And then I'm looking like, where's the paper? I thought I set it on my desk, and I said, man, I done put this up, and I am going to make sure, if you're in the chat, please drop your information in the chat. If you're not in the chat, if you see this show and it's not live, shoot me an email. Please send me your information, and I'm gonna plug her because she does embroidery. She does all kinds of stuff, man. And she knew our name by heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, bro. I ain't no need of trying to lecture me on what to do better. Look, it was during homecoming. I was walking the plaza, and yeah, the rest is history. So, you know, listen, but it looks amazing, though. I got a new friend on the wall tonight, man.
Yeah, it does, man. You know what? Spotlight that thing, man.
Huh?
Spotlight it.
It is spotlighted. You need to spotlight it some more?
Yeah, man.
How about that? Is that better?
There we go.
I mean,
hey, man, like, hey,
Nation. Tiger Nation, we here, man.
Literally. Hey, man, that is dope. I love, you know what? That's what they needed in the roundabout right there.
Hey, for real, man. Listen, I appreciate the support. I'm gonna fill this whole wall up with Jack. I got my Sports Illustrated magazines with Prime, Shador, and Travis. I'm gonna frame that. I got a lot of stuff I need to put up, man. I got jerseys that need to be signed. I got all kinds of stuff around this office, man. But anywho, I just wanted to start off that way. Forgive me for my recklessness, man. I'm a terrible. I normally don't do that. I normally don't, and I had it. I know I did, TD, because here's why I messed up at.
Why you just
hold on? Before I left to come home this past week, TD, I took it out and I looked at it.
Right.
And I put it up. You hold it up on the wall. I said, "Ooh, this is gonna be fire! I can't wait to do it." I do it when I get back home. I'm packing. I'm getting ready to roll. And I don't know where the hell I put that thing, bro. I don't know. It could be, bro. It could be in there under one of my shirts while I was packing. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, man.
You're probably running across it, man. Like, you know, like
I'm gonna look for when we get off the show. That's what that gonna show. I'm
gonna need one of those.
Hey, this is why I feel so bad right now, man. Because I'm woo. I don't listen. I don't care if it's live or not. I'm gonna come back on and I'll do a video.
Kid, look at Haley. Look at Haley.
I met you.
He's having looking at me.
He was. He told us about that on the field. Yeah. So what was happening with that, bro? It was a fight. Yeah. Everybody, energy, hostility, man, in the air, bro. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. Haley, I wish you had to come up to me and help me. Brother John Brooks came over to help me break up that brawl. Yes, that was me breaking up a fight.
Please contact me, sweetheart. I forgive me. Blame my head and not my heart. Or blame my scatterbrainness with all the travel. You travel every week going back and forth from West Coast to the South. And I'm telling you, bro, it was a terrible flight coming home.
I'm not sure hold against you, King.
I know. I just wanted to make sure that it was like that. But I'll say this.
So, let me ask you this: is that framed already, or is a canvas? I mean, what is
this is okay.
It's
like a case in a way, but it's kind of like a little throw. You know what I'm saying? I ain't named the tiger yet. You know what I'm saying? That's it's all good. But let me say this, man. I was talking about the flight home, bro. I got out of there. I went to see my mom. Just wanted to report, mom's is doing a lot better in rehab, man. Rehabilitation is, man, that's why we were so eager to get in rehab, bro, because I mean, I went in there yesterday before I picked up Albie and took him to the airport, TD, and I just watched her sleep, man. I didn't see before. I didn't even let her know I was in there. She was in there sleeping like a little baby, man. I just sat there and I just let her sleep. I said she'll wake up and she'll see me in there, right? And now I ain't gonna frame that one. I got a big frame on the wall. My wall, I'm gonna run out of wall. But listen, I waited till they come in, check her, check the blood pressure, check her blood sugar, and she wake up and she said, "Man," the lady said, you got a young man sitting up in here." She said, "Do you know who that is?" She couldn't see me because I'm sitting on the side. She said, "Is he tall?" She said, "Well, I don't know. He's sitting down." She said, "Well, what?" She started describing me. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just smiling. And she kind of glanced over. She said, "Oh, that's my baby there." She was like, she said, what's his name? She said, "My whole government. My mama don't call me no Ken now. Y'all call me Ken. You don't call me no Ken, bro." And the lady said, "What's the name again?" I said, "Okay." But listen, man, I'm ecstatic because of what I saw and the progression that I've seen her make. And she had the same rehab as my grandmother. My grandmother getting the wheel. Look, she strolled on over there in the room with my mom. It was a great day, man. I was happy about that. That's been weighing heavily on me. So for that, I'm happy. Anytime I get home and see her, man, and no, I didn't get to see everybody, so forgive me. It was a quick trip. I got in late Friday, and I booked the flight out of that joint Sunday night. Me and Al B boogied, man, and it was a delayed flight. I just wanted to be home, bro. You know what I mean?
Did she hit the lady? Did she hit that lady? "That's my handsome baby." Did she do
it? Yeah. The lady, you know how it be, man. The lady was trying to see who I was. She trying to see who I was.
That's my handsome boy.
Yeah. So, but you know what, man? I got a funny story. I got to say that. And then we're gonna get into some stuff, man. I got a lot to talk about tonight, man. But I'm just trying to invoke a little humor because we do have to be sober for some of the things that did transpire over the weekend, especially in the HBCU community. And we'll touch on that. But bro, I was able to get a flight. We were delayed getting out of Jackson because the flight coming in was late. But listen, check this out, bro. Man, I made it to Dallas, man. I landed at 10 and I started boarding on my next flight at 10:07. So you know how they go. So man, and then I'm in the farthest terminal that I can get to, man. When I say a brother was tired, I had to go a mile and jump on the Skylink, go 2 terminals over. And man, I just prayed about it and said, "Lord, please let me get home tonight. I just want to go home." And I made it over to the gate, bro. And she said, "You going to Ontario?" I said, "Yes." She said, "You better come on." I was like, thank goodness. That was cool until I got on the plane. I got on the plane, TD. And there was a joker sitting, like I got a middle seat. Because hey, last minute flight, bro. TD, the brother that's sitting on the aisle, your side. The brother sitting by the window, my side. Man, I felt like a damn hot dog squeezed between a bun last night, bro. For 2 hours and 45 minutes, bro. I'm like, this right here. I said, listen, bro. I'm saying to myself, boy, I love Jackson State, but this is some bullshit right here. I started thinking, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to Montgomery. I'm sick of this shit. Bro, when I tell you, man, that I was so, oh my God, because I got basketball knees. I have to stretch my knees and they pop every 5 minutes. Bro, I couldn't move, bro. I'm just like, the best thing that happened was Buddy got up like 2 hours into the flight to go pee. I turned sideways, kicked my feet up. I was like, about a good.
I probably just looked at the flight attendant and be like, bro, I just stay in. Don't even worry about it.
True story, bro. I went to Hawaii back in 2018, dog. And that flight, for folks that haven't been to Hawaii, once you get out of the state, once you cross California into the Pacific, bro, that's another 5 hours, bro, going over the water. And man, that flight was so long, bro. Flying out of Dallas, like a 9-hour flight, bro. I stood back there with the stewardess because my legs get to hurting, bro. I was just like, I said, ma'am, listen, is there any way I can just stand? She said, no, you fine. When I tell you I stood up for an hour and a half just in the back, because I was like, I'm not going back in there, squeeze back in there like that no more, man. This flight too long. But that's my story. I just wanted to make folks laugh a little bit. TD, it was uncomfortable, bro. I was sitting next to a big old offensive lineman and a fullback. Here I am, a defensive lineman. I'm in that joker like this, man. And old boy had to watch. I'm talking about he big and swole. He wasn't no fat dude like that. He was just big, looked like he was the world's strongest man competition dude, man. I'm talking about big. And we looking at each other like, I said to myself, damn, I saw two skinny people over there to the right. My mind was just, you know how you the last person on the plane and everybody looking at like, bro, I wish you was gone, get your stuff together so we can get up out of here. Right. So as I get on the plane, they're like, all right, boarding's closed, and they all the damn bag things closed. I'm opening shit up trying to find.
That's the way they were closed.
No. That was all closed. I had to look, I'm going down the aisle like this. Ain't nothing up in there. That's full. And everybody looking at me, so I'm already kind of awkward. It's 10:30 p.m., you know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? I can't ask to switch seats because I just thugged it out, man. That was brutal, man. That was brutal, bro. I don't think I've ever wanted to get off a plane that bad. Then we ran across some turbulence going through New Mexico, and it was bad turbulence, bro. I'm talking about like, I said, bro, I hope I live to tell this story, bro. I'm just like, this is a terrible flight, bro. It was a bad flight, man. So JSU Tiger Nation, I just want y'all to understand, it ain't easy what I do, what I have to do, man. Whew. Man, that was good. Cincinnati. All right, let's get it started, man. Hey, before we get started, man, we're gonna talk a little football, man. We will do that, man. But just a very sobering moment. Just in the HBCU community. Go ahead, brother. I'll let you jump. I said a whole lot, but
before you go, I just want to
you good.
Some good people that came through again. Good evening, Tiger Nation. Shout out KT Dub, Brother Poe. I seen y'all coming through. Brother Brooks. I'm gonna tell that story, man. I appreciate you coming through because I was hoping I ain't have to fight. But man, Deborah Mario came through at the last minute. I'm gonna tell the story. Haley. Hey,
I got a photo, man, right outside the HBCU stage, HBCU Go stage. Shout out to HBCU Go, by the way, man, for coming through.
Yeah, they came through, man.
Yeah, man.
But go ahead, brother.
No, I just wanted to send just a heartfelt condolences again, man. First and foremost, I want to send shout out to the whole Mississippi Valley community, man. The young man, Ryan Kenny, junior linebacker, played football for Mississippi Valley. Just a very unfortunate situation, man, that happened the night before the game, and to have to still travel up to Jackson to play that game, down to Jackson to play that game was just it's a tough situation, man. And you just kind of, I kind of had heard what had happened before the game started just from talking to some of the folks on the field. Mm-hmm. And just like, damn, man, you know, I would just say this, man, and it's I always say God's will is sovereign. You know, what's for you, good or bad, is gonna meet you at the time that it will meet you. And I just hate that, bro. You hate to see that, young folk, man. Listen, it's better to just pull over and deal with whatever than to put your life in danger. And I listen, that's as far as I'm gonna go with that. I want to shout out the captains from both teams, showing form of solidarity at the coin toss. Great footage, TD capturing that. I wasn't feeling my best. Appreciate you for stepping up, bro, and really capturing.
That's what we do, bro. I mean,
yeah. We're gonna have to. Yeah, man. I was just dealing with some vertigo type stuff. I'm telling you, man. Just the constant traveling and air and anxiety and stress. I did, but again, very, very hard news to hear, man. And then not only that, you got another blue blood, Tuskegee, man, had a homecoming, amazing homecoming, by the way, man, and a very unfortunate event, man. Shots rang out, outsiders. I shout out to Josh Sims and the crew over at HBCU Nightly, BJ Jones, and all of them that was talking about it last night. Really just talking about gatekeeping our homecomings, man, going forward. You know what I'm saying? And really just putting some more processes in place, man, to keep a lot of outsiders. And I'm okay with whatever the HBCUs decide to do to protect our students and student athletes, or just students, especially during homecoming. That's their time. We understand that the popularity of homecomings is getting higher, is increasing, especially when you have someone like our previous coach that talked about the significance of HBCU homecomings and how people, tend to, it seems like it's the big party, bro. You know what I mean? But you have these different elements from our community that ain't really got much going on. They just they want to just go be, just create some ruckus, man. That exists. That's a real thing, especially among our youth, man. Problem solving skills is really in the toilet. There's the conflict resolution is at an all-time low. What we tend to do for all differences and stuff like that, man, we tend to resort to gun violence and stuff like that. And unfortunately, someone lost their life. There was several injuries, bro. That's just hard to process, man. That's hard to listen to. And it's my goodness, man.
Well, can you let me say this, man. It's bad enough, you know what I'm saying? We always climbing a steep hill in the HBCU community, in the, African American community, period. But to have dark clouds and lights like this shedding on situation. And a lot of time, man, things like this happen over little of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, Ken, I guess, it goes back to who's in, who's in charge, the administration, in bottom line funds, being able to fund the right company, the right people to do the proper searches, the adequate searches, to make sure that things go off without a hand. So let me also start off by offering my condolences to Mississippi Valley State, the football team, the Coach Wade,
Yeah.
The Valley community, all the Delta area.
Right.
We feel your pain, and it will respect on the coach's call how every coach acknowledged, Coach Wade and gave him love, and Coach Wade, even came up to, do his conference call. So, that is where we definitely need to, bond together. But let's not always let it be tragedy, And so, with that being said, I'll pivot into, I guess it'll be a time when we're talking about security and safety measures. What transpired Saturday night. So, Ken, actually, I was walking around, and KT Dove and IB, they were sitting on the visitor side. So toward the end of the game, I walked around to get my bag, and there was some more Jackson State fans over there. So I got there, and KT Dove and them, they had walked away. And so I saw them, up by the goalpost. So I just sat down for, got like 4 minutes left in the game. And so as I sat there, I remember it was number 27. He came back down the sideline. He said, he said, you still want to talk? You still want to talk? And one of the coaches said, somebody get him before I get him. But by that time, his family members, his brother, whatever, they came downstairs. They came down the stairs, and they was on the walkway. And they said, somebody got something to say? Somebody got something to say? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? And it was 3 young men. They wasn't in nobody gear, Jackson State or Valley. So I don't know. They just was there. And the young men had started talking talking again. The word was they had been heckling them the whole time. So the players pointed them out and said it was them. So by that time, and there was a broad dude, you know what I'm saying? And he and the guys that was talking, they were small fellas, they were little fellas, but they wanted to stand their ground and felt like they had something to prove. So it was I'm not gonna say the department, but it was an officer on the field, and one lady yelled out security. And so the guy came back upstairs and they approached the little dude. So one little dude was standing toe to toe with him. They was going. I'm like, okay, no help in sight. So I get up to go. So I get up and say, like, hey, man, y'all. By that time, it started. Another dude came down to help the guy from Valley. I guess he was from Valley, brought the dude. So now you got two muscular-sized, medium-sized dudes about to fight these two little skinny guys, 3D. And it started going down. I said, Lord. So I got up, went on, I said, hey, man, hey. And by that time, I grabbed one of the little dudes, hey, man, y'all chill out. So they was punching, and one little man got slung, and the other dude was pushed on the ground, and the dude was punching on him, and I was like, so by that time, John came down. John Brooks, shout out to John Brooks. He just shouted out in the chat. And he came down to assist me. So by that time, Deputy Mario and some more guys came up and they eventually got him and escorted him out. And so, that's what that was. And I'm just thinking, man, I hope one of these young men have no pistol or nothing like that. But I mean, just to sit back and watch something like that go down, I wasn't pulling out my phone. I wasn't trying to get no footage. I was trying to hold a piece, keep it from getting too bad because I didn't want that black eye to extend, especially at our game. So it was quickly resolved. The Deputy Mario and some of the city police came up and de-escalated the situation and escorted the young men out. But that's with that.
Good stuff, man. I know you told me about it. He was like, man, did you just see it? I just broke up a fight. He was sweating and stuff. He was all worked up. And
it wasn't that bad. I was chilling.
I understand, like just the excitement level of it. It wasn't like that. It was just I was like, no, bro. You pointed to it. I said, man, that's kind of crazy. But
luckily, didn't too many people see it though. Luckily, didn't too many people see it.
Right. That's right, man. But listen, we wanted to just start there. Like I said, we really are one at the end of the day. We really are one big family. I know we tend to we talk a lot of smack when we playing sports and stuff like that, man. But in the end, it's still we all fighting one cause. And I mean that. I ain't talking, we can say that and then turn around and be divisive the next day. But I'm talking about for real.
Right.
From a standpoint of the greater HBCU diaspora and community for lack of better terms, So he said, yeah, he sweat like he's working out. I mean, listen, but listen, let me do this. I do want to say this. I want to say happy Veterans Day to all of our men and women of service, and just say salute, Brother Al B. Hey man. Brother G.A. Price and I those are the few that I do know that served, and everyone that has served in the military. Today we honor you for your service. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you have done, putting your life on the line for this great country that we get the privilege to live in. Sometimes the country don't love you back, but at the end of the day, that's not the topic at hand. I just want to say salute to all those the members of service today.
Yes. Definitely shout out to all the veterans out there. We appreciate the service. We pray the system get better, so everything get better for the time that you guys put in for your service. And here's the thing with what we were speaking on, Ken, even going to the thing at Tuskegee, prayers and hope, well stuff, with that family, Tuskegee family. And man, it's a world we living in, and not just at HBCUs. Period. It's around a lot of different college campuses in the world. Period. I mean, it's chaos. You got to watch your step. You know, be cautious. So, yeah, man. Again, and shout out to the officers and everybody that you know that came Johnny on the spot to help out. But again, Ken, man, like we always talking like we're doing on this channel, man, we need funding. We just need funding, bro. You know, we talk about the attendance, we talk about different things that goes on. You know, we have more people there than is shown. Maybe they need more funds to get more quality people to do the job.
Yeah, I was having some conversation with some I would say the stadium personnel today. Got a call, and just kind of talking about some pain points. I do want to say this though. Can I say this without coming off the wrong way? I love y'all, family. I do. We go hard for y'all. We go hard for our university. But I have to say this because I'm not the point of contact for issues. I gotta say it. I know I don't hate to say it because I'm serious. Like, if you are coming to a game and you're having an issue, that's not a let me call Ken problem. I'm not trying to sound bad, but this is happening quite. I understand you know. I understand that we you guys watch the show and we do everything we can with the information. We try to get it in the hands of the right people. I understand that. But when it's time for people that get paid to do their job, that ain't a let me know. I don't need to know. I really don't. Like, and I'm saying that because it's not just your one scenario. It's like 50. And what tends to happen is it becomes more of a stressor for me because it's like everything falls in my lap. Not everything, but a lot does. And I'm not saying, not to share your experiences if we at the tailgate or we run across one another, but I'm getting to a place where I just have to just continue to compartmentalize certain things because when those that 302 real, those are some issues that are at hand. I do want to say this. Let me say this. The issues have been heard. Okay, they have been heard.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say this about I want to shout out King McClellan, our deputy AD, and runs the stadium and his team. He actually started pretty late. First and foremost, that's the first thing, because you notice we had and I'm not making an excuse. I'm just telling you the reality. Sometimes it's cool to gripe, but when you're telling people what the plan is, it may not be what you want to hear at the time being. But I'll say this, and I promise you, he and I ain't had no conversation about none of this. I'm just telling you what I do know. When you're in the middle of a season, somebody, complaints about the restroom and stuff like that. You can't really just go whack your whole people that's supposed to run. You still got to finish your season out and then assess it and then move on and do some different things. I'm telling you, I can assure you that those things will happen. It's just that when everything kind of happened all at once, you kind of got to try to manage it as best you can. So there's some things that will come from that. TD, you mentioned funding. I do want to mention one thing that I think is absolutely awesome for us. Y'all do realize that there is one game that's not factored in the budget for JSU Athletics. You know what game that is?
The SWAC championship.
You damn right. The SWAC championships. I'm gonna tell you something. This weekend is important. It's important because we clinched the East. We also clinch home field advantage, and we get to clinch and we host it. We all expect, that's the expectation for us to host the SWAC championship in Jackson, potentially against Southern University. And we're going to touch on that. And I'm just telling you what type of revenue that can be for Jackson. And that gives our AD and our athletic administration revenue and funds to do a lot of different things, You follow what I'm talking about? That necessarily wasn't done. So I don't know what those are. I'm not privy to those conversations. I don't have to be a part of those conversations. All I'm trying to say is that the things that we have had issues with are very they have been heard and they will be addressed according to this conversation I had. What's up, bro? Go ahead.
And I'm speaking on what you just said, as far as receiving information. So basically, it's a whole bunch of stuff that just ties into what you just said, Ken, as far as people reaching out to you and stuff like that. It just goes to show that we definitely need this bond. We definitely need this togetherness that this platform is trying to build. In much respect that y'all honor, Ken enough to want to reach out and tell him what's going on.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, right. But I think what he was trying to say is like you offering your problem, I'm offering mine. Zoe offering his, KT Dub offering his, and for it is 100, to one person. So with that being said, and even in the chat, the right person, there's one lady that always send email. So the word has been gathered, Coach. And again, I go back to AD Robinson being on here. He said your voices have been heard. And this also kind of goes into what we're trying to do with the NIL collective. All of it blends in right there together where we need each other. We need you guys. You guys need us, to kind of be some form of liaison, between the school and, your voice. So we appreciate that. So we're also going to need the support, with the NILs and different stuff like that that's going on that would enable us to try to do even more. So again, your voices have been heard. I'm pretty sure some changes are going to be made.
Oh, I'm sure.
I joined the 40 by 40. If you hadn't joined the 40 by 40, I had my little skepticism. But the AD came on. I was man of my word. I told him I was going to join after talking to him, getting understanding him a little more. So I did that. I donated to the fund, and I'm going to continue to. If you have it, let's try it. This should be a new regime, a new thought process. Let's forget about what everybody thought in the past. Let's give this thing another chance and see what comes from it in the next year or two, and then you make your decision going forward.
Hey, before you go, what's up, Zoe? Let me chime in on one thing before you go. I do want to say this because I do think the details matter. The data matters. Our previous stadium manager was Terrence Jones, and Terrence he inherited the circumstance and situations, and he put a lot of things in place, like with vendors and contracts and all those different things. This is just without saying. I'm just talking about it from a surface standpoint. Anytimes he actually got promoted. He took an athletic director job up on the northeast coast. I want to say like almost Rhode Island or some shit like that. He bounced. So, and Terrence's a great guy, did a really good job and was doing some really good things and was building on something. But when you in a situation where your guys are it's kind of like TC Taylor, Coach TC Taylor. You remember he had 6 coaches get pulled up, or he had turnover, and all turnover ain't bad turnover. It's not somebody got fired, somebody got a promotion, is what I'm trying to say. So what happens is you got to go find somebody now to come in and do that. And then what tends to happen is you can't hire this person to come in and maintain what another person that used to be here was doing. You got to give that person time to come in, assess the situation. And usually, just like Coach Dishman at Texas Southern comes in first year, he said, I ain't got no starters. You are letting everybody show you who does what, when, where, and how. You can put things in place, but when it's time to execute and the execution is piss poor and terrible, I'm telling you right now, there are some things already done that I know is going to change it. We done with the season. The 5 home games are done. The only thing left is the SWAC championship, and then we get started in the process and the progress of all the things that are going to be changed over there. So that's all I'm saying. So when you just have to factor that in, and I get it. Some stuff is non-negotiable though, but sometimes those things, that person that's leading that, and I've been in management for 2+ decades. When you hire people to do a job, The expectation is for them to do the job you pay them for. It's not for you to have to run to every single scenario to put fires out. You are expecting that the adults that are getting paid to do a job is actually going to do it. So they don't know. I'm just telling you right now, the stadium manager is if he's on the field handling operational stuff, he's not up there. He's not up there at gate 104 or gate 112. Don't know, he's not aware of that. There's a protocol that comes with that. So all I'm saying is all you can do with that data is take it, put something in place, and if those people ain't doing a good job, find new people to do the job. But unfortunately, your hands are kind of tied behind your back a little bit when you're mid-season. That's all I'm saying. So the expectation is for things to be on the incline. Not an excuse. I'm just giving my assessment of the situation, not some conversation I had with them, because I haven't had a conversation with AD or King about this. I'm just telling you from my vantage point. And last thing I'll say, yeah, TD, great perspective on that, because that's what I'm trying to say. Calling me isn't going to fix anything, because I'm telling you, I don't want y'all to be offended, because calling me ain't gonna get it done. I'm just not gonna answer the phone, because I'm like, what are you? Especially on game day, I can't do nothing about that. And like, that's like the wrong avenue. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna touch it, because you know that ain't nothing I can do about that. You knew before you text me and called me that I couldn't. So I'm just saying, like, that. I'm not trying to sound harsh, but at the same time, I have to protect my peace. I have to get to a place where my stress level ain't where it's at. And you can't dump everything on me, and I ain't trying to feel. And if you feel offended by that, I would hope that you wouldn't. I would hope that you wouldn't.
I just think that I think they appreciate the work that you do, brother. They appreciate the work that we do on this platform, and they kind of see it at that. But here's the key thing right here. And Justin said it, and someone else said it. Don't stop buying season tickets, because it's a lot of their revenue is going to provoke some of the changes and concerns that you have.
And there is some look, from the conversation I had today, I'll just say this. There's some technology out there that could eradicate all the issues that we're having right now. Just let it play out. That's all I'm gonna say. Just let it play out and give the administration the opportunity. They've gotten emails. I know you guys send emails. They know they are fully aware of everything y'all have sent. And keep them. I mean, keep sending them if you feel like you need to. I ain't got a problem with that. I ain't got nothing to do with me. But continue to. But just understand that when you send it, some stuff can be fixed in the short term, but there are some issues that is a long-term solution type thing. You feel what I'm saying? But you gotta eradicate the issues and then replant a whole new thing. Zo, what's up, bro?
What up, Zo?
What up, TD? What up, DLO family? Look, one thing, I just came in on the tail end of this. I was actually wanting to touch on some of this. So everybody who can hear my voice, Ken, one of the first things I've said, I've been known for saying on this thing is, two things can be true at the same time. First things first. Everybody's concern that they have with regards to the stadium, no matter what their gripes or what the issues are, they're all factual and they're all warranted. Let me say this again. Every issue that everybody has, they're all factual and they're all warranted. Okay? Also, it's true. Hakeem is doing a damn good job. And let me I'm gonna pull the curtain back for y'all a little bit. So Hakeem is doing a damn good job, and there's a lot that you guys don't know. And I'm not, and please understand that I'm not defending anything, because that's why I want to let you know that all of your gripes and issues, they're factual and warranted, every last one of them, right? But the same token, Hakeem is doing a damn good job considering the circumstances and behind the 8 ball that he is.
Yep.
I just want y'all to be mindful of the time frame of when he got started on what's due. All right. Now, Ken made some good points, but also with that is that you have to understand they're short staff at the stadium. It's easy to say hire a bunch of people. Where's the money gonna come from? All right. You know, they're short staffed, number one. There's a lot to it. I'm not defending anything of what issues that you have. I'm just giving understanding, because there's nothing like what? An understanding. Because when you have understanding, you won't have a misunderstanding. And so when you have understanding why things are the way they are, doesn't justify make it right for the wrongs that you're getting, but it gives them understanding, at least to make things tolerable, so we can be on the track to get the things that we feel that are issues to get them rectified, like Ken stated earlier. Because again, I'm not defending. Look, restroom to restroom, there's no excuse, and that needs to get handled. And I can tell y'all that will get taken care of.
That's right.
And I'm not defending any of that.
Yeah.
Any of that. And
Absolutely.
and that's what I'm saying. Every gripe that all of you have, they're warranted and they're factual. And but the same token too, one thing we got to do, some things are non-negotiable. I'm not defending that, but I will say in a lot of other things, we got to learn to give grace, and that's where understanding comes in. And so that's why I'm here. That's why Ken even saying some of what he's saying. You have to understand. And now I will say this, coming from me, y'all can clip this. We got basically one home game left this season. That's gonna be the SWAC championship game, and we're gonna have that there at the vet. So the very thing that y'all hearing right now, look, going to next season, because everything's here. Hey man, look, y'all continue to do what you're doing, because now going into next season for year 2025, then it's a whole different animal, because now you got time to bring in the necessary people that you're gonna bring in. You're gonna have your full crew in, and then now you can tackle some things and go ahead with some things going to next season, to the point of what Ken was making earlier. But y'all just gotta learn it outside. Look, I'm not gonna defend it outside the restrooms. Please understand and give grace. Like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. We talk about the section that's closed off. We know why it's closed off. Trust me, they're not blind to it, and they actually do have a plan in place of wanting to get that rectified. But again, that's money, and they're trying to decide, how they're going to tackle that, because they want to get that section back open. The light tower, what y'all don't know is that tower's been there since the stadium was open. Also, bear in mind, I think I updated one time, that whole entire tower is fried. Trust me, there's conversations about replacing all of the towers at the vet. There's talk about that. Also, there's talk about pressure washing the whole entire inside of the stadium. So there's other talks of doing other things inside the stadium. This is, again, coming from the higher ups within the stadium. So they're not oblivious to the things that's going on, to what Ken mentioned earlier. But one part of it is manpower, other part is revenue. Let
me jump in real quick. We ain't got to give no more of a breakdown on that. That's for. I mean, you that's a lot that you're giving. And I just think that you're spot on. But I just want to add one thing and move on from there. Don't none other word for Jack State.
Right.
That was the only. That's the cherry on the top. We don't work for JSU.
No. But guess what, Ken? On top of all that, our Tigers still kicking butt on the field.
Yeah, we'll get to it. I just wanted to. I don't even know how the hell we got on there. Yeah, revenue. Because I saw the one talking about that. Continue to buy season tickets. But this is the thing: if you don't want to get them and you want to use their experience as an excuse, then cool deal. There's a lot of things that's coming, but that ain't really our position to really try to give that to the public. We'll let them do that. All right, let's move on. We're gonna start our women's basketball. Before we do anything, I want to send a huge birthday shout out to my brother, my boy, Coach Daniel Price, man, Coach DP, man. Shout out to the women's basketball team, man. Shout out to Coach Margaret Richards and her staff, man, and the team for getting their first W. We're gonna talk about that before we get into the football. I know y'all came for the football. We're gonna talk about football, but we got to start with the Lady Tigers, man, in the Margaret Richards era. But I want to say a huge birthday shout out to Coach Daniel Price. We call him DP. Happy 21st, bro.
Happy B-Day, man. That's what's up.
Happy birthday, Coach Daniel Price. Did you say 24?
21st.
21st. He 45, but I just
you know
what I'm saying? Back in the day when he was dunking and stuff. I saw him on the internet doing he was stepping a little bit, man. I saw you out there, Coach. I saw you out there. But listen, huge shout out, man. Hey, hand clap for Coach Margaret Richards.
Oh yeah.
Lady Tigers, man. My goodness, man. First win of her Jackson State career. 55-48 victory over East Tennessee State. Got a chance to watch that game. We was watching that game at the tailgate after the football game on Saturday, and man, that game just did not want to end. It just didn't want to end for some strange reason. It got to the last couple minutes, and it was fouls, and it was woo. The referees was working my nerves. They working my nerves like the referees on Saturday. But 55-48 victory over East Tennessee State. Let's talk about it.
Hey, I tell you what. I like sitting at 1-1 right now. It's not a lot of HBCUs that can sit there and say they're 1-1 right now.
That's true.
I mean, I'm gonna take it.
That's true.
Hey, every non-conference win is a damn good one. Because as you're well aware, Ken, women's side, men's side, we don't get a lot of dubs in the non-conference slate.
That's true.
So the fact that we're sitting number 1, and we went from playing Clemson. Remember, we're still on the road. Second game in a road swing, and we get a dub, and we look good doing so, man. So y'all just gotta remember, it's like I spoke about having grace. Man, be patient. Understand, this is almost like Coach TC Taylor last season.
I told y'all that, Mo. I told y'all that beforehand, but
I'm gonna say, listen, this is TC Taylor in last season, Ken. This is a brand new team, first year regime of a brand new coach, brand new staff, brand new roster. And look, do not minimize. This is a damn good non-conference win. And one of our players actually transferred from East Tennessee State.
That's true.
And so for us to get a dub, I'm telling y'all, this is a damn good win for Jack State Tigers.
TD?
I think it's definitely a great win, out of conference game. Congratulations to Coach Richards and Coach DP, for their first win of the season. Definitely a non-conference win. I hadn't had a chance to scout the team, see the team enough to go into depth about, every player, but I do, I know. But, we did have a chance to watch the game outside the tailgate. That's the first time I think I may have seen Corey C stress a little bit. It was a calm stress. Like, man, this game just won't end.
I mean, we were sitting there just watching that thing, like, get it over, please.
Right. Definitely. I'll say congratulations to them. I'm happy for them. Go Tigers. Definitely was out of the conference, and I'll definitely be around to see more and get to know the players and get more intertwined with basketball teams. So congratulations, great win.
We are guard heavy, Mo. The roster. So this roster, shout out to DP again. Coach Margaret Richards, Coach Howard, Coach Price, Coach Richardson. They've done a really good job of recruiting. And listen, he got in late, got in very late.
Yes.
There was a lot of question marks surrounding the hire when AD knew what he was doing. He said, look, he wanted a veteran coach to come in and that had some experience with what we needed to get done, especially coming off what we had happen. And she hit the ground running. And note the actual the scoring actually didn't. 9 of these young ladies are brand ambassadors, KC-1400, and we appreciate that. I told you guys from the jump that in my opinion, the star of the team was going to be Talia Dilworth, and she's definitely proven that she's going to be a really, really good baller for us, man. And her and Jaleel Cotton. Jaleel Cotton actually played for East Tennessee State, transferred over. Rakisha Ballinger. Man, Keisha, man, she's a hooper, man. I'm gonna tell you something. One thing I did notice. Now we didn't have enough firepower to go up against Clemson, but our defense, these guards are feisty as hell. We pressed, and they play tough. One thing that if you go back to Coach Margaret Richards' press conference, everything that she said this team was gonna be, TD. I know it's been 2 games. I get it, but when you watch them play. These are the types of things you hate playing, bro, because they like it's like strappy, man. It's like having a little wasp or something just flying around you the whole time. I'm telling you, man, what happened to last year's players. Last year's players, we only had 2 players to return. Ariana Hunter's no longer with this team, and Julia Hickman meniscus issue. So injury there. Everyone else was gone. This is an entirely new roster that was recruited. And you got Ariana Durrell from Clinton, bust a couple of 3-pointers, man. And from what I've seen, Diaka Barrete, another player to look out for. Diaka can go. We don't really have the size, but you don't really have to. According to Coach Price, I know he came over from Marshall last year. They won Conference USA, and they had a very small team. I mean, not small, but it was guard heavy. So very similar to the way that team is built, and you can actually go win some You can win a championship with a guard-led team. You just all you really need is some rebounders. So when you look at our bigs, Zoe plays inside, Ruthie plays inside. Diaka got some rebounds. Jalea got some rebounds. Yeah. So that was my assessment. I mean, 55, low scoring affair. Play tough nose defense and get buckets. This team is starting to really believe. I love the video. They pour water on the coach when they come in. But from what I saw against Clemson and what I saw in this game right here, a lot of consistency, a lot of continuity, and they're getting their flow. And we get ready to go play Tennessee Tech next. But I'll pause and let you guys jump in.
I don't think I want to say is that's at the top of my list to see on how well this guard heavy team play without a true big lady in the middle, somebody that really can box out and get rebound. Because I know I did see them a couple of plays. They probably could have maybe put the game away a little more, but they wasn't able to grab cradle rebounds. In some cases, like we were saying, the game never will go away. So that's going to be my number one. That's at the top of my list to see how this team goes without having a true big person.
I really wish Jalea was available for this team. I think she would fit in absolutely perfect. But yeah, that's what happens with, attrition. So Zoe, your thoughts on what you saw in that game on Saturday night?
Like I said, man, from the little bit that I did see, man, we look good. I mean, I'm enthused. I'm encouraged. I really, really am. And I'm not saying that as being just even half glass full. Just really, honestly, being enthused and being encouraged of what this season could look like for this team in the first year of a brand new regime. And also, East Tennessee State is in the OVC. The next opponent is from the same conference. They're playing Tennessee Tech, and they're in the OVC as well. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all. Man, we win that game. We're talking about 2-1 in the non-conference slate. I mean, I want y'all to go back, and I want y'all to really pay attention. When the last time Jackson State started out 2-1 to start the season, even on the women's basketball side. And so any win that we can get, remember the goal, being that we are what we are, if we could break 500 to start the conference slate, that's amazing. And guess what? I understand sometimes the schedule may have been tougher, but I couldn't tell you the last time we did that, and Coach Reed never did that. And again, we're talking about the chance, and we'll revisit this on the 15th. But I'm telling you guys, we win this game, we're sitting at 2-1 non-conference slate, man. I'm telling you, that's something to get behind. And look, remember, and I'll say this and pass it along, Ken. Remember, this season is going to be different from the other seasons because all the women's games will be on their own. If this women's team give us a good non-conference slate, Jacktown, man, we got to go pack the AAC.
Yeah,
when
that
home
Thursdays.
What's that, bro?
Thursdays will be women, and then Saturday will be men and women.
Yeah, and so when they get home, I mean, look, they come back 500. I mean, and they look the part. I really think we got a good chance to win this game on the 14th. We're talking about sitting 2-1, and our only losses to a middle of the pack to upper level ACC team. That's damn good work for a first-time program with a whole new roster in a first-year head coach of a program. That's some solid work.
That's outstanding. Great stats. Like I said again, Jalea, Rakisha, Zoe. Zoe had a good game. Even and like I said, Diaka, Ariana hit a couple of big-time threes. Just kind of checking out some stats there. I mean, we gonna be fine. I mean, good stuff, man. And then when you get to the team stats, I mean, when you look at field goal percentage, we shot 35% from the field. I mean, still a tough day from the field, 26%, but free throw
line though made it.
Yeah. I mean, we had 17 bench points, 15 points off turnovers, 18 points in the paint. Like I said, TD, we're not getting much production from the bigs, but our guards are getting in the paint to score buckets. So, and then 12 fast break points, four second chance, 10 lead changes, five ties. Like you said, Zoe, they got another OVC opponent in Tennessee Tech coming up on actually that is Thursday, I think. Thursday 14th. Yep. 7 p.m. That's gonna be on ESPN Plus. Make sure we tune in, man. But listen, hey, again, we just want to dot our hat off to Coach Richardson and the staff and his team, and we got your back. Got your back. The men next game is actually going to be tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow against Xavier. It's going to be a tough one there, boy. It's going to be a tough one right there. Just tell you that right now. It's going to be a tough one right there, boy. We started off ugly, man, against High Point. We lost that game 90-81, but we fought back. We actually won the second half, but we got such a big hole, man. Got to get better play from Shannon Grant as well as Ron Rayner. That's supposed to be our sharpshooter and our first team all SWAC big. Can't play in a game like that, get 1 point. Can't do it. I can get out there right now and get me at least. I can get a bucket. I know I can get me one. I know I can get me one at least, but we just got to go play the games, man. These are the types of games that you got to go play and be competitive in, and try to steal one like we did last year against Missouri. So Xavier's that is you're right, bro. That's grown man ball right there. Go ahead.
And look, I just want to segue from it since we're talking about the game on Xavier. And that game is tomorrow. I'll tell you what, that game was tomorrow, and what you can actually do on Wednesday is actually go check out Jackson State's new athletic website. It'll be updated with a whole new look, updated on Wednesday.
Yep.
A whole new look on the website on Wednesday, man. Y'all can check it out.
Thoughts on the men, TD, before we move on?
I wish them luck. I catch them, I catch some of the games and give you more assessment. I mean, I really don't have, I hadn't seen much on it, so I can't speak on it. I just.
All good. No, you good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we coming along. Let's move on. Shout out to our lady bowlers, man. Bowlers of the week for the SWAC. Miss Catalina Tovar and Miss Mackenzie Conway, newcomer of the week and the bowler of the week. So I want to send a huge shout out to our Lady Tigers over there on the bowling squad. It's on FS1 tomorrow night. FS1 game is on FS1 tomorrow night. All right. Is Ruffin playing? I don't expect Ruffin to play in this game. No. Possible. Well, third game could potentially see Ruffin. We'll see. We'll be tuned in tomorrow night to see. Tomorrow night on FS1. Check it out.
And did the bowler team win SWAC last year?
No.
They didn't? I came close. Okay.
No, I think we lost in the championship.
Okay.
I think we lost in the championship. Next up, shout out to our volleyball team. Also, shout out to the seniors. We won yesterday, Alabama A&M, 3-1. Shout out to the women's volleyball team. We getting geared up for postseason play, man. I think we only have 4 seniors on this team, so I expect this team to come back with vengeance next season. They got a lot of returners doing pretty well, man, really well with Coach Marcus Herford and his staff over there. All right, let's go to some football, man. Final scores for the weekend. Man, for the SWAC. Oh, boy. Let's see who had it right, who got it right, who thought what. I know one thing. I'll come back to that. We'll start. Shucks, man. Alabama A&M went over there and did what we thought was going to happen. And they went to Arkansas Pine Bluff and whooped up on them 52-24. Bethune-Cookman, man, 5 overtimes. 5 overtimes. Bethune-Cookman, Southern takes down Bethune-Cookman 25-23 with a thriller, man. With a thriller in BR. Of course, you guys know we handle business with Valley. I got the score. I got the Jackson State score part right. I said we were gonna put up 51.
You did.
I said 6 points. I'm gonna tell you why I said 6. I said 6 because I thought that we would keep them out of the end zone. I felt like they did twice. That's why I said 6, holding the 2 field goals because I knew they had a really good field goal kicker. But they scored 2 touchdowns and they played pretty tough in the first half. So got to give them credit what credit is due. Alabama State Grambling game. My goodness, man. I was watching that game. Man, Grambling goes on to score 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. They were down 23-10. They scored a touchdown, turning it into 23-17. The quarterback is scrambling. The linebacker is trying to get him. He eludes him. The linebacker knocks the ball out of the hands of the quarterback, jumps on the ball. They march down and actually score, man. They score, go up by 1. They get the ball back. They hold them and punt. Grambling get the ball back. If they get a first down, they can ice the game. They don't get a first down. They punt the ball back to Alabama State. Alabama State proceeds to march down the field to like the 23-yard line. And the field goal kicker, Brandon Gilliam, who was actually, we recruited him pretty heavily from Colin, by the way. He was 3 for 3 and proceeded to shank that mofo. And they lose the game. Alabama State loses the Grambling 24-23 in the hole. I got to go back and look at that because I'm pretty sure after he missed it, that Grambling that the World Fame started playing that GSU chant. So that was an interesting one right there. Prairie View told me to shut the hell up, and I didn't know what I was talking about because I thought FAMU was going to beat the snot out of them. Zoe picked Prairie View to win this game. I didn't forecast seeing Daniel Richardson get hurt. I don't know when he got hurt in the game because I didn't watch it. But Prairie View proceeds to put a whooping on FAMU, 31-12 in Prairie View, Texas. And Alcorn handled business just like I thought they would. I felt like Alcorn would win this game because they're fighting for their Western life. They need Southern to lose two of their next two games. They got to win out. But 42-21 against the team with no starters. All right, who want to go first?
Well, I will. So the Alabama A&M game, I got that one right. I thought Bethune-Cookman probably would have pulled that one out, but it took 5 overtime. So, you know what I'm saying? I missed that one. Of course, I got the Jackson State one right. So the Grambling and Alabama State game, I thought maybe Alabama State would win. However, I was pulling for Grambling for Jackson State purposes and, a clear path to the championship. So I break even, although I said Alabama State will win. And like you said, Ken, no one foresaw Daniel Richardson getting knocked out of the game with a concuss. I hope he's all right. So therefore, Prairie View did what they're supposed to do. You knock the star man out, so you go ahead and take over. So therefore, Prairie View won that game. Congratulations to them. And I kind of figured Alcorn will win against Texas Southern. I thought it would be a good game. Not like it was too bad. Alcorn pulled away. So from the looks of it, I'm 3-3 on that. I can rock with it.
Zoe, how'd you do, man?
I did all right.
Did I?
I did all right. I mean, the writing was on the wall with A&M and Pine Bluff. I mean, A&M got the best offense in the conference. Contrary to popular belief, it ain't UAPB. I mean, even we see the quarterback and the receiver, but go look at it. It's A&M, and I got some info for y'all on some of these stats too. We're gonna jump into that later on, but A&M could run the ball. They ran down their throat, man. It was what it was. Look, Southern escaped with a home victory, and I'm telling y'all, Southern they're gaining some traction, and their games aren't pretty, but I'm gonna tell you one thing that makes Southern a scary foe right now. Every game that Southern plays is going to overtime. Every game is a tight game, and that builds resolve for a team that's not really good. That makes them dangerous because they know in any game, if it's close, they feel like they got a chance to win. And they got experience in close games. Mm-hmm. That can prove to be, a dangerous thing later on. So, but kudos to them. They did what they did, at home. Look, we look. You got, death, taxes, and Jack State beating Valley. I mean, it is what it is. We do what we do. And, it is what it is. Listen, and the Alabama State Grambling game is the one I want to touch on because I don't know if y'all remember. I said, man, it's in the hole. I really felt like Grambling could win, but I said I'm gonna go with Alabama State, but I wouldn't be shocked if Grambling won. I said that specifically because it's in the home, it's in the hole, and Grambling is more than a formidable foe at home. And the game kind of went like I thought it would. And Alabama State, by all accounts, should have won that game, but guess what? He missed the kick. And so in turn, Grambling won that game. But Grambling showed some moxie in this game, and Alabama State did too. They fought back, and one thing about it, man, they give themselves a puncher's chance, and that's all you can ask for with a team that's down to like their fifth string quarterback, and they gave themselves a chance at the end. But and look, I'm gonna skip over, come and say something for last. And look, I thought Texas Valley was gonna pull that thing out, but Alcorn came in and just destroyed. They they fixed they righted a wrong. Breaking their streak from those two previous games against Texas Valley, man, they came in and did that thing against Texas Southern. But look, when they come to this FAMU game, I don't give a damn Richard played. Prairie View gonna win that game. I mean,
they had the momentum,
huh?
They definitely had the momentum.
That's fine. Look.
No, I'm saying like they had the lead and they had the momentum.
Yeah, look, let me tell you something. I don't know if y'all know. I checked the Discovery Channel. Rattlesnakes go into hibernation very early. They don't wait till they get cold. It happens in the first part of November. Go look it up. It's on the Discovery Channel. I seen it. Now, dog, it don't matter. Daniel Richardson, he could have played. Don't matter. Prairie View had on their mind to get FAMU, and I saw it. And I'm and we're not going to get into it now, but I told everybody as well before the season started, and they thought I was crazy. I'm telling y'all, Alabama A&M is gonna give FAMU everything they want in this on Black Friday. It's gonna be a beautiful thing to see. But yeah, that's it for the week, man. We're gonna mosey along to this week, but with some good games. But I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all by the preview for FAMU outcome.
All good with the outcome of the game. Y'all see who's pretty much staying. Both teams on both sides could actually clinch this week. Jack State can clinch in Montgomery versus Alabama State. Southern can clinch this week. And who Southern got this weekend?
What was that?
Southern got Pine Bluff this weekend.
Southern has Pine Bluff this weekend.
Where they playing at?
Southern.
All right. Wow. So Southern has a chance to. Okay. Southern lost that game. Didn't they lose that game last year? The Pine Bluff? I think they did.
I can't recall.
Okay, so Pine Bluff sitting at the bottom of the West right now. Okay. All right. Interesting. I know who Alcorn's rooting for. Because Alcorn, hey, they need some help. Alcorn in trouble though, because they still got to play us, but I'm just saying. They should have won that head-to-head, but it looks like I don't think I think it's inevitable that you're gonna see Jack State Southern play in the SWAC championship in Jackson. We're gonna do the SWAC in there. We're gonna do the SWAC favor. Give them the best game they can give them. But hey, we'll see what happens, man. Let's get into this game, man. Jack State handles business with versus Mississippi Valley. You got General, and we 6-0 in conference play, 51-14. We'll start with Irv Mulligan. Player of the game, man. 18 rushing attempts, 184 yards, 1 touchdown. This is his 4th consecutive 100-plus yard game. He is literally, according to the SWAC standard, according to the SWAC, I think he is 107?
104, I think.
104?
Yeah. From 1,000. That's 107. That's 107.
Yeah, he's 107 from 1,000. Let's talk about Mr. Mulligan, man. My goodness, he's heating up right now. I just don't. Apparently, Coach Gallen must really have him on a pitch count because I'm just perplexed by why I can't see a 20 carry game.
You're gonna have one this season. I can tell you when you're ready.
We're gonna have it Saturday. SWAC Player of the Year, Loden. I like it.
Possibly.
Potentially.
When you factor in the number of carries and these short 2 games to have the numbers that he got, I mean, it is what it is. But the main thing is going to be what he does in these next 2 games, as well as the SWAC championship game. And it looks good for him, Ken. It really does. I still think I really think the Earth's got a chance to get about 1350 on the season, possibly 1400.
Y'all really was nervous about that game Saturday?